Bell. First of all, who eats at Taco Bell?
I fucking love Taco Bell.
Yes.
I don't give a shit what Niall says.
You're dying.
Yes.
So I've had Taco Bell when I'm drunk.
I don't care that it's fake ass
Look,
meat.
I eat this when I'm like drunk or like.
Ooh, Taco Bell.
Because you don't have any choices. That's why.
There's no choices
open.
late at night,
Yeah.
but like usually like when I go to McDonald's, it's usually because I'm driving somewhere and there's nowhere else to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know,
Dude, Taco Bell.
I ain't
when
gonna
you're...
judge.
So this is really sad,
I
man.
don't judge.
It really is, because to me, Taco Bell is part of our like just it's part of our just growing up, you know.
This is Less Than Zero. Less Than Zero.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. I've always wanted to say, guys, we got a lot going on in this program. Have you ever heard people say
This program?
We have a lot going. Like radio people will say, we have a lot going on in the show today, guys. We have a lot going on in the showgram. Have you ever heard anyone say showgram?
Showgram?
Like back
don't
in the
like
day,
it.
people would say, "Here's what's coming up on the showgram." If you heard someone say that now, what would you think? Honestly,
A showgram?
yeah. If they called their show showgram or
Those are-
even program,
It's the same thing, though. If there are two different words, but a show and a program,
man,
it's redundant.
it just
Yeah.
speaks cheesy to me.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's like
Definitely.
old, it's almost an infomercial cheesy.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
This is not a showgram. But we do have coming up. By the way, Julian,
Noted.
Niall, Justo. We're gonna talk about this whole thing. Screen fatigue. It's a thing.
Screen fatigue.
Yep. Travis Scott, the whole McDonald's meal that's dropping, the Popstar video, the boneless chicken wing dude out of Nebraska. Very serious situation going on.
Very
over
serious.
There. Taco Bell, Carole Baskin, and Joe Budden and Charlamagne. That whole beef or situation, if you will.
I can't hear the name Carole Baskin without hearing that song.
Oh,
Carole Baskin.
hilarious. Yeah. Okay, so let's just dive right in, man. So Americans, and this is not, is this really a shocker? Apparently, people do these like surveys, these polls, and they talk to like 2,000 people, and apparently over 57% of Americans say that they spend more than 6 hours, at least 6+ hours in front of the screen now due to the pandemic. Thoughts? I mean,
That's not shocking in any way, shape, or form.
well, the only thing for me is 6 hours is a lot.
It's a lot. Actually, it's not that much.
Every
I think
day?
It's more.
Every day.
Oh, it's daily?
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's daily.
That's not
like,
bad.
That's not, that's normal, especially now, because most people are just sitting at home watching TV. They're on their phone.
Yeah.
When your phone gives you the little screen report at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Mine just has like a disappointing face to it. It doesn't even tell me.
No way.
It just says,
How many hours you at?
I forget now.
I'm
It told
at
me
12.
today.
I'm at 12.
It said I was 9% down from last week.
But I mean, how much
I
time
wanna
you spend on
find
your
out.
phone, right?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Now I have to look
Screen
at
time.
it.
Oh, here it is.
It was on here. It popped up this
Anyway.
My
morning.
daily average is. Oh,
Anyway,
it said 4 hours. Now it's
is it
6.
4? Oh, now it's 6?
It says 6
because
hours
it
and
heard.
28 minutes. But here's the thing, though, bro. They count.
is it?
They count when you listen to music. They count that screen time.
Oh,
What?
really?
That shouldn't count.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo.
But hold on a second. Are you talking about the phone or are you talking about TV?
Oh,
phone.
when you hear
Okay.
I hear screen
Spotify.
time,
I got Spotify on here. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not on my screen that much. So that's what I'm saying. Are those algorithms including people listening to music on their phone?
No. I'm going to assume that is in front of the screen. How much time are you spending in front of the TV on average per day?
1.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't watch TV.
Justo.
pretty a lot.
Pretty a
yeah,
lot?
that's how you
A lot
speak
pretty?
English.
Pretty lot.
Pretty lot. Yeah, because like every day in the evening, my wife and I will just sit down and watch TV.
2
It
hours,
lasts,
3
like,
hours? What?
2-3 hours a day.
Okay.
Yeah. For movies,
for the
2
evening?
hours.
But how about during the pandemic? Still 1 hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, the same.
Probably the same. For
But
me, 'cause
dude,
I
are
work
you-
still.
So are you sure that they're saying TV screens or not phone screens?
Yeah, because that's different.
I didn't
right?
call them. It just said screens. Come on, Niall. It's just
Then
we gotta
let's have a
include-
conversation.
We gotta include all screens
Okay,
then, because
'cause
all
all
screens
screens is-
matter.
Okay, right.
Right.
Maybe that includes iPhone screens. But here's the thing. I don't know if it works for you guys, but unless it's like a really big like series, a really big episode like Cobra Kai or something, I'm maybe only like...
That's your example of a really big
well,
series?
because here's the thing. I watched it.
Only in his world.
I
I know.
watched it last week, and I said I'm only gonna watch like maybe the first episode because it looks hella cheesy,
Of
right?
Cobra Kai?
Dude, I watched both seasons. It was
Nice.
like 7-8 hours straight. But so it's got to be something like that. But normally I'm like you. I usually fall asleep after less than 2 hours. I don't even know why. Like I have no reason to fall. Like I there's no excuse for me being tired. So Yeah.
Makes sense though, because like especially people who aren't working. Like my wife, she's working now, but when the pandemic first happened, she wasn't working, so she was just at home watching Netflix all day, cleaning. She would find things to do, but the TV would be on in the background. Does that count too?
Does she? I don't know, but does she ever get bored watching so much TV? Or
Yeah, she hated it.
I would just get so bored.
She couldn't like she hated not working. She's so much better now that she's at work.
Yeah.
She hated not working and just being at home every day.
By the way, do you
Yeah,
guys
it's
watch Cobra Kai?
torturous.
Tell me you did.
No, I haven't watched.
Do you know what it's a spinoff of?
Of Karate Kid.
Kid.
I think we brought this up last time.
Yeah,
right?
well, no, we
was
forgot to
off
talk about it
air.
last week because we
And
missed
he was
it.
really sad. He's like,
Oh, dude.
Man, I wanted to talk about Cobra Kai.
Because it's so
that's exactly how he sounded.
it's so cheesy. You know the story, right?
Yeah, Karate Kid.
It's
I've
so
seen all
cheesy,
three.
But I find myself watching this cheese. Like, dude, I started watching it again last night.
Sometimes cheese is good.
Daniel
man.
LaRusso becomes. I'm not going to give it all away. Well, who cares? I'll give it away. Daniel LaRusso becomes like the biggest car dealer in the valley.
Which is annoying. They just become boring adults. Which
No, but
is
here's
annoying.
the thing. And then Johnny Lawrence with the Cobra Kai, right? He comes back into the scene. He opens up a dojo called
So
Cobra
hyped.
Kai.
Uh-huh.
Cobra Kai. Daniel says, screw this car dealership that I worked my ass off for, that I'm a multi-millionaire off of.
Oh,
I'm going to
wow.
open up my own dojo called Miyagi-Do. To battle against Cobra Kai. And this whole battle of these like 50-year-old men, it's just so cheesy, it's hilarious. Do you get what I'm saying?
And it's like he was the Cobra Kai guy. What's his name? The blonde dude.
Johnny,
He was the villain.
the top guy.
But like now in the new version, he's not the villain.
Well,
right? If anything, the rules were reversed, it's not really like that.
He's still a villain, but he's trying to be good guy too.
Okay.
So
So he has an edge. He has a bad boy edge to him.
yeah.
Got it. That's what you like about
Damn,
it.
y'all speaking a whole different
You
language right now.
weren't a big fan?
You never seen Karate Kid?
Dude, I've seen Karate Kid once.
Oh man, you gotta watch Karate
Bro.
Kid. It's a good one. He kicks him in the face,
Just know you got
which is illegal, by the way. You know that's an illegal.
I've
It
seen
is
the
illegal.
one with Jaden Smith.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too.
That's the new one. That's the
Jackie
new one.
Chan?
I hate the remakes. Those remakes.
Wait, Jackie Chan was in that?
Jackie Chan was the teacher. Was
yeah,
Mr.
that was a
Miyagi?
teacher, bro.
Damn.
Jackie
You know
Chan
what?
was great in
I
that.
barely saw it because I don't remember Jackie Chan.
Do you
at
guys
all in
remember?
that.
Really?
Do you guys remember the slogan?
I love Jackie Chan, man.
No, Jackie Chan's great though.
Cobra Kai goes. It goes what? Strike hard, strike first. No, strike first, strike hard. No mercy, sir. Remember that?
That's
don't.
That's intense.
That was their thing. Strike hard, strike first, or strike first, strike hard. No mercy, sir. And then Mr. Miyagi, one bit of advice, man. Man, do you remember that scene? Man, that cat's chopstick accomplish anything. Do you remember that?
And did he catch it with like a fly or something?
Daniel caught it. He didn't even catch it. He was the master.
Got it. Wow. I can tell you're really passionate about this show.
Yes,
It's a
I
good
love
movie.
it. Karate Kid, Rocky, all those movies, man. It's like, dude, the movies today, some are good, but it's just not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think that it's interesting. They're not really creating movies like with original ideas
No.
anymore. They're just recreating
Things that have been there,
spin-offs. Yeah. So I get that. Like movies like Rocky, Karate Kid, Forrest Gump, like all these kind of movies that's like, just original ideas. We don't see a lot of that anymore.
There's a handful. I was watching Interstellar last night. You seen Interstellar?
Space movie?
Yes.
Space movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one of my
Not-
favorites.
That's a great one. Super original. Even though it's a lot of it takes a lot of stuff from older movies, but like it's
No, yeah.
original
For
movie.
sure.
Not to cut you off,
Pretty far
but
out there.
you and your wife need to see the new movie called Away. It's on Netflix.
Oh,
It's
I
a
saw
space
that. It looks interesting.
You
I
saw it?
watched it. I saw the trailer.
Watch
I
it.
saw that it exists.
Watch. I saw the first episode. You'll like it. It's
See,
good.
I love space
Away?
stuff.
They go to Mars.
Got it.
Ooh.
Yes. I mean, any
Spoiler.
movie about going to Mars. Come on.
I'm on board.
I like the Man on the Martian, first Martian. With,
The first Martian.
You know what I'm talking about.
Matt Damon?
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Yeah, I read half that book.
Oh, it's a good movie. I didn't see a book. I saw The Wrong Missy.
Oh, that's a
Spade.
Oh,
yeah. That's like a stupid comedy.
that one's stupid.
It was good.
It was funny.
It was
right?
funny. It was funny.
It had some
I
laughs.
I don't even watch that kind of stuff like the Adam
Yeah.
Sandler kind of style.
Yeah.
But my dad recommended. He's like you'll love it. I watched it. I enjoyed it. It was funny. The one who stood out was the actor.
Yeah.
the girl.
The Missy, right?
Yeah, Missy. I forget her.
I forget her name. She's funny.
But she's funny.
She's
She
a
killed that
stand-up too.
movie.
She's funny.
She killed that movie.
The best part in that scene was when she fell down the cliff. That was the best part.
Oh yeah, that was wild. I'm like, oh, so the movie's over. 'Cause
Yeah,
she
that's
just
it.
Died.
She's dead.
Cool.
It's over.
Okay, let's move on. There's a lot of stuff, man. Travis Scott is doing a collaboration with McDonald's. It's going to be a meal. It's dropping on the 8th, which is like any day now.
When I first heard this, I thought it was fake. I was like, no way, that's real.
My first intuition, and
believe it.
I thought it was going to be like a collaboration because, Travis Scott's a big shoe guy. He's dropped sneakers before. I thought it was going to be like a McDonald's shoe, but it's a meal.
Ew.
So like, what's
a
in this?
McDonald's shoe sounds
You would be
something from
it'd be-
hell.
it'd
You
be
would be
clown shoes.
surprised.
It'd
You
be
would be
clown shoes.
surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised because 2020, I have no expectations
So-
anymore.
Speaking of like, there was an earthquake this morning too. Did you guys feel that?
No.
Dude, I felt something.
There was an earthquake this morning too. Add that on. Saying sorry.
Okay. No,
What's
no,
in the
it's all
the Happy Scott meal?
Man, the Happy Scott meal. It's basically just it's gonna be a meal basically with it looks like a quarter pounder with cheese, with lettuce, applewood smoked bacon. Here's the thing. I'm torn because it's like, how much can you do with a
Wait.
burger? So you're kind of limited what you can do to a burger to make it taste good. And then two, it's like, man, so what? So unoriginal. It's basically a quarter pounder with cheese, 2 slices of cheese, applewood smoked bacon, and it comes with probably like a soda and some special fries. Oh, barbecue sauce.
They had that already. I've had that before. A double quarter pounder with bacon?
No,
I've
I
had
think
that
it's just a
before.
quarter pounder with 2 slices of cheese, barbecue, and applewood
Oh,
smoked bacon.
the barbecue is the new thing.
So this is the Travis Scott meal, and that's what it's going to be. And then the workers, if you work at McDonald's, this is kind of cool actually. They're going to get their own like limited t-shirt, and you know those are going to resell for a lot. But does anyone care? I mean, in my mind, Travis Scott's freaking winning. That dude is that dude is like a CEO. He's a boss. For
It's
sure.
a weird thing. You've never heard of that
I
before.
wouldn't consider him a boss.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is when McDonald's wants to do business with you because he knows that you tap into the younger end, a specific audience, that definitely means something. They're not reaching out to like,
Well, yeah.
Lil Bibby. Who? Anyway.
Well, I would look at Travis Scott more like as a sales clerk because that's what it is. He doesn't own McDonald's. They're using his image and his brand to get more people.
Well,
to
right,
eat
but
at
he has an
McDonald's.
audience. He has an audience that they want.
Right, but I'm just saying, like a boss CEO. No, he's a sales guy, just like 50 Cent selling the alcohol or
Vitamin
or
water.
Sean, huh?
Vitamin water.
Vitamin water back in the day, and then Sean, freaking P Diddy with the Ciroc. I mean,
yeah.
sales.
I see what you're saying, but I mean, they're
Not
big enough.
bosses.
But they're okay.
Just saying.
Well, yeah, no, I get it. But they're big enough on their platforms to get that respect. They got chosen, and they're getting probably paid hella money. I mean, he's not getting paid. This is not a $10,000 deal. This is McDonald's, bro. Like, you're gonna go into McDonald's here in Daly City or whichever McDonald's you go to, and you're gonna be able to see the Travis Scott. That's huge, man. Can you imagine like the Nile Ross Julian Justo burger? What would be on that burger
Oof.
Dude, I
Onion
wouldn't sign
rings.
that deal.
if they paid you $10
Dude,
million?
McDonald's is literally killing people.
See, he's
You know I'm going down that route.
no morals. I like this guy has
I'm
morals.
just saying.
Yeah, I'm immoral. You're
Like,
immoral. I get it.
Damn.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Like McDonald, like
So listen, McDonald's, if you want to sign a
Understandable.
deal with us, it ain't happening, okay? At least for now. Well, Niall, speak for yourself.
Yeah, I'll do it. I
guys
want my
do
own.
it.
I want my own burger at McDonald's. That's
be
dope.
man, what would be in the
That's so
burger?
cool.
Is it meat?
Hopefully.
What? It ain't.
What?
You guys ain't
it.
seen enough
I-
documentaries of McDonald's, have you?
I saw Supersize Me in 7th grade.
And you
They
seen
made us
the
watch
crazy,
it.
Yeah. that ain't.
I
meat,
agree
bro.
that McDonald's isn't good for
Not
you.
to harp on this subject.
but I'm still gonna get it.
Not to harp on this subject too
I
much.
get that. I get it. I get the.
If you go to
I've gotten
McDonald's-
the breakfast sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, the
I like the
breakfast.
breakfast sandwiches, but
really
like
good.
to me, like the burger, like or at least me like promoting it. McDonald's have my face on it. Like I couldn't do that.
Not to harp on this too much because we have so much to talk about, but now you got me thinking. So Travis Scott is technically poisoning his people, not just
Ugh.
basically people in general.
I agree.
There's the
For the dollar.
There's the title to the clip of this conversation right there. That's a clickbait title right there.
For money.
I agree.
But conversely, just to have the conversation, otherwise there is no conversation, whose fault is it? Is someone making that person, that consumer, going to McDonald's to eat the burger?
See, that's an old conversation.
It's old, but I guess what I'm saying. No one. It's a free country.
But
man.
like it's true. Like if I go to McDonald's, I know that I'm slowly poisoning myself, and I've made that peace with myself.
some people just don't care, man. Here's
Yeah.
At the end of the
I
day,
mean, okay, yes, we can look at people individually to blame, and let's say they are responsible. But everyone is responsible, including the guy making a commercial or Travis Scott on a concert in McDonald is, on his T-shirt. Like it's part of that.
yeah.
They're all part of it. I'm not saying, oh, it's not his fault, so let's just blame the people. It's your fault because you guys go in there and eat it. Yeah, but I mean, it's all part of. We're all,
It's all,
in it.
yeah, no, I understand. Okay, well,
Word.
I wanted to talk about this video just because it was the POPSTAR video with Drake, Khaled, Bieber. Does anybody care about it? First of all, did you see it?
I don't care about a lot of things.
I know you don't. But The visuals, you saw the video though, right?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
We're not. This
I've
is.
seen it.
You've seen it?
Essentially, the
What-
premise. Go
Who's
ahead.
in it?
That was my homework.
Yeah, that was your.
It's Drake.
Julian told me.
Well, here's the thing. I just want to get your take on this. It's Drake, Khaled, and Bieber. Here's the thing. The whole premise is that Khaled calls him up. Yo, bro, I need you to be in this video. Another one. And Drake's like, man, I can't make it, man. Pandemic. I'm out of the country. Blah blah blah. Something like that. So guess who's Drake's fill-in?
Who?
Bieber.
Oh,
It's
Bieber's playing Drake.
Well, no, he's basically voicing all the lyrics. So yeah, he's basically
okay.
playing Drake. So
Interesting.
visually, it's dope. It's got King. Is it King Botch? King Botch. It's got
yeah.
Timothy DeLaGhetto. There's a lot of social media stars in it, which I think is dope. It kind of speaks to where the world is if you're living currently. Just
Yeah.
my opinion. And the dancers, the visuals are dope. I don't want to make this too serious, but I can't help but to think, Niall.
Oh no. Uh-huh. What?
Okay, all right.
Why is it, and this may be a dumb question, but I always wondered, why, have you noticed that Bieber gets a pass with cultural appropriation?
Oof.
Do you get what I'm
knew
saying?
that's where
Like,
you're
because
going with that,
we
right.
talk on and off camera about it a lot, right? And some people don't get a pass, some people do, but why is it, and I'm not saying, I'm talking about from like the Drakes of the world, Khaled's. Like, why are they, how do I word it, man? Like it's like Bieber's like one of them. It's like cool, right? And that's why I wanted you to watch the video. I thought you might have a problem with that. Like, what the fuck is Justin Bieber? Why is this okay?
I don't have a problem with people culture appropriating. Like, as long as they respect the culture that they're
Does
appropriating.
Bieber respect it, though?
Now, that's a good question. That's a good question. I generally...
In this video, from what it sounds like, because the joke is that he's not Drake. So
Yeah,
like,
it's a
That's
cool
what I'm
video. I'm
saying.
not
Like,
going to
dude,
lie, man. It's
I
a cool
don't
video.
watch everything and be like...
you
and
looking
put
for
on
it?
my like suspicion hat or something like that. It looked like a fun video. It's freaking Drake. It's
Right.
pop star. I get it. But Khaled, first of all, Khaled is not black.
Oh,
He would be
man.
appropriating black culture.
That guy annoys me,
Drake
dude.
is half black and he's Canadian at that. So, and we're talking about when we say black, people really mean black American culture. That's what hip hop came from. So we can look at Drake and be like, all of y'all appropriating hip hop, you know? I mean, we can dive deep
Okay.
into that, but it's about
Good point.
who's respecting the culture. Now, Justin Bieber, I don't know. I think time will tell. I can see like the Miley Cyrus phase where she was working with Wiz Khalifa and Juicy J, and she was twerking, and then she's like, all right, I'm done with hip hop culture,
Yeah.
and then she went back to her lane,
Yeah, which is
and
country
then-
roots.
and then country roots. But there's the thing, then she craps on it when she was asked about hip hop. She's like,
Yeah.
hip hop is about sex. Like, are you kidding me? 3 years ago, you were just twerking. Like, you were literally just twerking. And we didn't ask you to twerk.
Yeah, right. No, that is forced for sure. Man, at the end of the day, I think Bieber's playing it smart. You just keep your mouth shut. Show respect. Keep your mouth shut. And look, here's the thing. We'll never know, Niall. You know what I mean? Unless he just has an out, like all of a sudden just kind of blurts out a bunch of stuff. We're never going to know how he truly thinks. Does that make sense? We're never going to know. So, but yeah, I mean, I go with what you say. It was a fun video. I watched it a couple times. It was just a fun video. But in my mind, I'm like, what would Niall think? That's what I
He
honestly.
probably thinks about that a lot. Like,
Yeah.
he'll be watching this. I wonder what Niall thinks.
But you should think good about that because I never thought that way. Dude,
I do think good. I'm glad that
a couple years ago, I'd be like, oh, it's cool. This is a cool video. And I still think it's a cool video. But also now it's like, why are these guys okay with this? Dude, it says in the title, starring Justin Bieber, not featuring Justin Bieber. This motherfucker is a star.
to add on that, I do think I think because of the lack of resources that, Black Americans have, right? We've had this conversation before. We have a hard time putting our gates up for people to avoid culture vultures, you know what I mean? And they exist and they come into hip hop and they get the spotlight, and it's almost like when Eminem came out, and Eminem's cool, so I don't want to use him as an example, but like they use white boys as like, okay, yeah, we have this black rapper, cool, but then you got a white guy that's kind of rocking the same swag. You'll see a label kind of want to push them more, and I was personally in that kind
It's
of.
been like that even back like if that exact scenario you can think about is Elvis Presley.
Dude,
Same exact
bro.
idea.
That's a whole separate. Yeah, and I see what you're saying.
we can go down the line. I saw a conversation with the dude that made
Anthony Fantino.
no, hell no. I'm talking about like
The music guy.
Black. He's black. He's not alive right now. Rick James.
Oh, Rick James.
Rick James, or was it
I'm a freak?
I think it might have been James Brown that was talking about Elvis Presley, how he was a culture appropriating and stealing black people's swag and then like making it look like it's his own.
Sure.
And that's the issue.
That's a problem. Yeah.
Right. And so, but here's the thing, because black people don't own anything.
Yeah.
Like we're like, hey, stop. And like, we don't really have anything. And also we're just really nice and we just love people like, oh, like, yes, yeah, please join our culture. And then people are like, thanks. All right, thanks for the bag. I'm out.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. So Justin Bieber, I don't know. I mean,
I'll leave it at this.
Hard
it
to
is
say.
what it
Just
is.
thinking about what you guys were saying, I call it CCV. You say culture vulture, right? CCV. Is there such thing as, would you say Bieber is a cool culture vulture? A CCV? I just made this up. But do you get what I'm
There's
saying?
no such thing as a cool culture vulture.
Well, I don't
to
think...
play with your words, sure. A cool culture vulture, to me, I would...
Or an accepted one.
Bieber is one of them because it's not. I mean, he seems to be. I don't know, man. I don't know of anyone in that lane that has beef with him. And he kind of bites off the culture. Actually, he does bite off the culture.
Yes, he has bit off
Right.
the culture.
So is he a cool culture vulture?
Dude, I don't know, man.
He's an accepted one. People don't look at him
like
as that.
people,
ACV.
like people, like so far, Justin Bieber hasn't said anything crazy, like to kind of jump out.
Because he's smart. Because then he would
He's
get
smart, or he might just not be. He might not be racist. I know that there's this video of him saying the N word back when he was like 10.
Yeah,
he was
10.
hella young.
You know, but besides that, I haven't seen anything where like, oh, screw Justin Bieber.
And
I had an
also-
issue with what's his face on Post Malone. He talked about hip hop, saying like, oh, you want to listen to real music? Listen to Bob Dylan. I'm like, bro, you make only hip hop music. What to me that was like, I'm not listening after that. So,
Right.
Wait, you're talking about Post Malone?
yeah.
Well, he doesn't just do hip hop. I think his music is very melodic, man.
Bro.
Circles and all these tracks on Top
That's
40.
after he blew up. Now he's experimenting, but before he was hip hop, trap. His whole style's
with,
hip hop.
What's that first track that blew him up? White
Iverson.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you saying, Justo?
You're right.
Don't remember.
Okay.
I knew it.
Let's move on. Let's get to something a little more serious. The Nebraska chicken wing guy. You've seen the video. The thing we have to talk about it.
I'm
because
so
it's
glad
just-
we're talking about the important issues on this podcast.
dude.
Seriously.
It's so viral. So this guy out of Nebraska. By the way, I'm just gonna take a stab at it and say that this guy is probably single. It's just a guess. I'm just gonna take a guess now.
I wasn't
He's
expecting
Maybe
probably
not
single.
anymore because that blew up. And he's gonna
yeah.
get all the chicks.
You're
Oh,
right.
you're the
You're
chicken
right.
wing
Did it? I
guy.
said chicks.
Hey.
Right. So guy in
Nice.
Nebraska goes
On
to
a roll, man.
Oh man, I'm killing it.
Guy in Nebraska goes to a city council board, and he's dead face serious. This is not a joke, and he's fighting the issue of boneless chicken wings, saying that it needs to be named something else like saucy nugs or chicken tenders. Because
nugs.
stop me if I'm wrong, because I'll be honest, man, he got me kind of hella confused.
Yeah.
Like he's saying that boneless chicken wings don't come from the wing of a chicken. Is that true?
Most it depends on the place, but for the most part, they're just chicken breast. They're chicken nuggets.
Is this
Small
fact or is this?
It depends
they're
on the
small
place.
Chicken breasts that look like chicken wings.
No, they just cut them into little nugget-sized pieces.
in the size of a chicken wing, and it's boneless.
When was the last time you got boneless chicken wings? They don't look like chicken
I like
wings.
the bone. I
They're-
like the texture.
Yeah, I like it too. But they're balls. They're not
they?
in the shit.
No, they're not
I don't
balls.
even. I
Yeah,
don't
practically,
even eat chicken
they're
wings like
oblong.
Boneless
balls.
chicken wings are the same shape as a boned chicken wing.
No, they're not.
They're not.
I don't know where you're going.
I don't know either.
Like,
I don't eat them.
My go-to wing place is Wingstop, and like their boneless chicken wings are basically just odd-shaped chicken balls. They're chicken nuggets. They're hella good.
Okay.
but they're not chicken wings.
So his argument, I wrote him down just so we understand his argument. He's saying that they don't come from a wing of a
I
chicken,
see what you're saying.
and he's saying 2, they're just chicken tenders, and 3,
Yeah.
this is crazy. We need to raise our kids better and get rid of the stigma of the word bones. The kids need to know that chicken does come from bones. So I'm not
Chicken
even going to
comes
address
from
that.
bones?
Yeah, he's saying
that
that there's
mean?
a stigma or something. He's alluded to the fact that we need to raise our kids better. They need to be okay with the fact that chicken does come from bones. Meat is attached to bones. Things like that.
Oh, got
Humans,
it.
we're
They're
attached to
from
bones.
real animals.
Right.
That's the idea. Because when they're boneless, you
Yeah.
can just think of them as food. But if you have a chicken's wing and eating them from the bone,
He said the kids should know that we're eating animals.
basically. I
Basically,
think that's
but-
what his
Got
point
it.
was.
So his
So
name is
it's
his name is Ander Christensen. Not that you guys care, but do you?
Shout out to Ander for
Is this a fact? So they don't come from a wing of a chicken. Is his argument? Is it factual?
Yeah, for sure. It depends on the place, like I said.
I'm assuming he did his homework.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll
take his word for it.
And I respect him for doing this in general. And of course with he super serious. Like he's talking about.
I
the
think
most
he was serious.
I think he was
Because
too,
it's
which
Nebraska.
is why it's
I mean,
amazing.
I think in Nebraska you got to take
love
everything serious.
Everything about it.
Now let me ask you this: would you think this would happen like in where we are in San Francisco, like in the Bay Area, like an actual place that has, for lack of a better word, more things going on?
I think this has been an ongoing debate for a little bit on the internet.
To go to your city council? He went to a city council.
He took it to the next level.
That's
but like
because his dad was on the city council.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
one
that's
would-
the other thing
that's
too,
what,
huh?
That's what I'm like, dude. No one would entertain us. How did he get on there? I would like to talk to the city council, and like, dude, there's so many other issues that people don't even get a chance to talk about. You know, like housing and freaking Medicare.
Important.
He's
Yeah, you
wasting
can look at it
10
like that.
minutes at a time, and then the dad at the end's like, "That's my son, by the way." Oh, go figure.
Like, he was proud.
Wasted my 5 minutes.
Yeah, hey,
Sure.
You know what's crazy? The dad, he was proud. That's my son. Like he claimed
Your
him.
son's a virgin, 30-year-old virgin.
My son right there. Anyway,
My son, a 30-year-old virgin. I'm proud. Oh man.
let's get into more food. Taco Bell. First of all, who eats at Taco Bell?
I fucking love Taco Bell.
Yes.
I don't give a what Niall says.
You're dying.
Yes. So
I've
so-
had Taco Bell when
I
I'm
don't
drunk.
care that it's fake ass
Look,
meat.
I eat this when I'm like drunk or like
Ooh, Taco
Because you don't
Bell.
have any choices. That's why.
there's no
It's
choices
open.
late at night.
Yeah.
But like usually, like when I go to McDonald's, it's usually because I'm driving somewhere and there's nowhere else to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know,
Dude, Taco Bell.
I ain't
when
gonna
you're,
judge.
So this is really sad,
I
man.
don't judge.
It really is because to me, Taco Bell is part of our like just it's part of our just growing up. You know,
It's part of our culture. You know?
Absolutely,
yeah,
dude.
man.
So, as of November 5th, they're dropping shredded chicken items and also what I call the legendary Mexican pizza, which personally makes me very sad. They're dropping it from the menu to quote unquote streamline their menu, which to me is a bunch of BS. And they're going to be introducing new items. I personally don't care about the new items.
I'm so
What are
upset
the
at
new
Taco
items?
Bell.
Okay.
They haven't
I'll
announced
let
them,
you
have
guys
they?
do it.
I just want to express how upset I am at
Yeah.
Taco Bell. Right?
No, this is definitely
Yeah.
a conversation because I'm like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah, no, I
Because
mean,
like
go
my
ahead.
wife and I eat at Taco Bell a lot.
Yeah.
all right, maybe not a lot, but we like eating at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Okay.
And before they got rid of the Mexican pizza, which is her favorite thing
Oh,
on
it's
the
the
item.
best. First, can I just describe to now what it is? It's two
It's
crispy,
two tostadas, but
two tostadas sandwiched between ground beef, their version of ground beef, refried beans,
ground beef.
and on top melted cheese and tomatoes and like a sauce, and it's just so good. But that's just the texture of the beef and the beans and the side sauce and the light cheese. I mean, you can even get it with no sauce. You can get it however you want. It's the texture with the crispiness. It's just so good.
For the record, everything at Taco Bell is the same thing in different shapes.
but that shape is
But-
the
I
best.
heard that. Someone told me that.
it's basically the same.
Here's what I don't understand. They're getting rid of it because obviously I guess it's not popular.
I guess. I don't know. I know a lot of people who like Mexican pizza. And
No.
like before they did this, they got rid of all the potato items. They had
I didn't even know
potato grillers. So it's like basically they have potatoes, cheese. I think it's just potatoes and cheese in a tortilla. It's fantastic. But they got
Now,
rid of it.
They use now. I'm not saying this.
Why would
isn't-
they do that?
Well, here's the thing. They did. I don't know if this is an excuse or it's valid, but they said that the packaging for the Mexican pizza actually contributes to a lot of waste. So actually, they're going to be saving the earth from a lot of contamination and things like that. But to me, it's like, well, couldn't you just repackage it?
Right.
It sounds like an excuse to
Exactly.
me.
It
Just
does sound
repackage
like
it.
an excuse. I think they're probably in the same ballpark though. They're like, damn, we ain't giving them food, y'all. But what are we gonna tell them? Tell them that we ain't packaging it right.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we have just
That's what I think.
just a couple weeks to enjoy this Mexican.
I'm about
pizza.
to go eat Mexican
So wait, it's
pizzas
still
every
around.
day.
So I have an opportunity to taste it.
Yes.
You should try it before it ends. Before it goes.
We have a
I
lunch
might.
next week. We should do it for lunch.
Yeah, get some taco.
Really? Does that sound like a?
Well, you never had it.
We're trying to have a meeting, like
a professional
meeting.
Niall.
Let's do that.
Dude,
Let's go.
Niall,
Taco Bell's
Niall.
I mean
perfect.
Taco Bell
It could
I'm
be
all aboard.
it
I'm
could-
all
It
aboard.
could be a reaction video. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it'll be a mukbang.
of the
Mukbang.
last bite of the Mexican
Well, to see
pizza.
what you think about it. You've never had it. What's your reaction?
Oh, reaction video.
Yeah.
Got it. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure I'll
reaction.
like it. I like pizza.
Well, no.
You know what it is? It's a hard shell taco
Yes.
at Taco Bell. It's that. It's just a flat version of that. And that's
okay.
It's in pizza shape.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a texture. It's just amazing. I don't know what it is.
Got it.
Maybe it's a shape that sells.
But
me
you
on
can
it.
get a
I
hard
like
shell
this. I
taco
like their
supreme.
soft tacos.
Yeah,
Their
but
soft
they're-
tacos are
But then they're
healthy.
tacos, man.
Yeah, but it's the same
I
thing.
want the Mexican pizza.
It's literally the same thing.
Okay. Anyway, where we at? We're gonna talk about. We got two more things. Carole Baskin.
Carole Baskin.
All right. Of course, some Tiger King.
I don't know the word either, but this shit is funny as hell, bro.
I love that.
So everyone's talking about her everyone's talking about her She's gonna be on Dancing with the Stars. We're not talking about that.
I can't. We're not talking about that. I thought that's what we were talking about.
No, dude. More importantly, this woman. Well, I mean,
Is she dancing?
yeah,
She's gonna dance.
She's gonna dance.
Yes.
With who? Dude.
They
They pair him up
They need
with
to watch out.
They pay. Hey,
Yeah,
y'all know
yeah.
she murdered her husband, right?
Well, no, it's so funny you say that. A woman has gone, has stepped up front and claimed she has more evidence, or she has evidence that's leading. Do you guys remember the backstory? A lot of people are saying or making accusations that Carole Baskin murdered her first husband.
Right. And fed him to the tigers.
Right, fed him to the tigers.
And
so
she said that he ran off to
A different
another
country.
A different country, like Spain
Yeah.
or something, because he was cheating
Somewhere
on her.
South
Or, like,
America.
He was like openly cheating on her.
he disappeared.
because every time she
disappeared.
Yeah, I know that he was cheating on her. Like every time she got on a period, like he was out of town. He was in another country.
Oh, it's about that time to go
He
out
said,
of
"Oh,
town.
you're on a period. All right."
Check it. So this woman claims she has more evidence leading to the killing of Carole Baskin's first husband. This woman, stop me if it's confusing. This woman's husband was Carole Baskin's handyman. So
Got
this
it.
woman goes up front. Her husband happens to be Carole Baskin's handyman, right?
Got it.
Carole Baskin was once married to this guy named Don Lewis. Now, let me just give you like small backstory. She met her first husband when she was like 20.
Yeah.
And
She was younger than that. She was like 18.
Okay, 19. She didn't have no money. She was like basically on the street, right? Hella attractive to this dude. Name was Don Lewis, right? Did I say that? Yes.
Yeah.
He was rich. He picked her up.
Another guy named Don.
Yeah. And they banged. They started dating. They got married. Boom, boom, boom. So he has money. She did it. Now she has money, and that's kind of how she got this whole she got
his
this whole
money because he died.
She died. Right.
He died.
He died. Yeah.
So she says this is the lady that came forth, right? Her husband's handyman, right? Carole's handyman. She said that as soon as Don vanished, her husband said, "Don't mention anything about Don's disappearance." And then he, during that same period, brought like a giant size freezer to the house. And then at one point also drove his van to the house. Now, all those things have disappeared since then, but
Right.
I don't know, man. Like in my mind, we need more evidence because like,
Sus.
exactly, because why is she coming forth now? And number two, I want to see it,
Yeah.
right?
There's that. Because, like, there's a lot of press behind it. So now there's, you kind of have to be wary of anyone who's saying, oh, I have evidence of it. Because you don't
Right.
really know.
I mean, it could
What do you
be
think?
just a clout chase. I mean,
Right,
think it's a clout
exactly.
chase?
But it could be also someone who's just like who sees the case blow up and they're like, all right, I've been sitting on this for a while. It's time to come forward.
Do you think
There's
she
two
did
ways
it?
to look at it.
You think she's like OJ?
She's like,
What's up without the glove? Well, I mean, because OJ got off. I don't know, man. I think he got off.
for sure. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't think he did it.
Okay.
OJ?
Nah, I don't.
Why? Because if the glove fit, you will quit. Is that why?
I don't know if
Okay.
he did that.
Do you
What?
think?
He
I've
wrote
seen-
a book that said, if I did it.
Man, he was struggling with money, bro. He need to get. That's an instant like, oh, no.
Do you
I don't
think Carole
we should
did it?
talk about
Bro, have you seen the documentaries and stuff like that
about
about OJ? Like the whole
some of them.
like trials and everything, and
I need
how
to
like
catch
the
back up on
cop
it.
that like was on the scene like was like a complete racist and
Right.
And
I don't remember that part. I don't.
Then you guys gotta rewatch it
Yeah, oh, yeah,
because there's
I
a
will,
whole
yeah.
thing. That's why he got off because of like the cops were dirty and like he was saying
Right.
that they planted the thing. Also, the woman that was killed was messing around with some really like like
dudes?
not like other like sus dudes like
Yeah.
people that are in crime.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I need to
Anyway,
do- I need to do my research.
Do
do your research.
Do you think Carole did it?
Carole?
Carole Baskin. Do at the end of the day, do you really think that she murdered Don?
She got
For the money?
She had the opportunity, she had the motive, and she had there's another thing that you look
tigers.
for. The tigers, yeah. She had the tigers. Like she gained from his murder, which is the first thing.
Dumb question though. Like when you murder someone and let's just say she fed him to the tigers, as people say. Is it true? Like when tigers eat you, like every bit of evidence is gone, all the bones, everything is gone.
Dude, they eat all of it.
Okay, but I'm talking about
tigers, man. They're
fucking
dogs.
Okay. Fingerprints. Can't they open up one of them tigers? Like if I'm part of, I'm just
now.
asking.
This was 20 years ago. The tiger's probably not even alive.
Yeah.
But what about the investigation? Wouldn't they do a very thorough investigation? It just seems
I think
like
that was in the documentary at the time. They didn't do a very thorough
They didn't do it
investigation.
thorough because they
Now it's
believed
too
what
late.
she said.
Yeah. Now it's too late. Now it's like
It's
yeah.
too late. Like people just gonna have to just like the Zodiac killer. They're gonna have to let that go.
Yeah.
Do you think during that time, 19 years ago, she was remorseful? But now it just shows. I think a lot of people think that she did it because she doesn't show any remorse. But I remember you saying when we were on the phone the other day that maybe she was super hurt by it 20 years ago, but now 20 years later, it's like
20 years is a long time. She's remarried. She has all of Joe Exotic's tigers now.
So you think she did not do it?
No, I think she did it.
How about you?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just giving the other
But
argument.
why do you think she did it? Like why?
She has that murder face. You know,
But-
Murder face.
she has that murder face.
Does she have the murder face?
Like
now?
she looks like someone like you saw how upset she was at Joe Exotic through the whole time.
Yeah.
Like through the
Yeah.
documentary. Like she has those crazy eyes.
like a control. She has a very
Karen
controlling
face.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, they're all murderers. So
All
And every
Karens
time
are
just
she
like
opens-
the chick with the New York with the bird watcher. She was a murderer. She
Yeah.
was calling the cops. I got a black guy. Like you're trying to commit murder. You're trying to have cops come and kill this guy. Like
Yeah.
you are
a murderer or
a
attempting
murderer.
to.
Something about Carole also just strikes me as mad creepy. You know, the hey cute cats and kittens, or the way she opens up her videos. Just
Mad
she's just
creepy,
creepy to
dude.
me.
Man, I just
Those
have
big eyes.
my thing is this.
You think she's
what
innocent,
if
don't
she's
you?
innocent and she's just weird and quirky?
I knew it.
And
There's
we're
that.
just
Just
killing
being
her online.
super mean.
2 to
We're
1.
just killing her online.
I think she did it.
I
think
just
she
I
did
just
it.
want y'all to think like, what if she didn't do it and she's just weird, quirky, and Joe Exotic was just hella annoyed that she was against him and
How about
trying
this?
to take him down,
I-
and he was just being petty.
I think she's
Right.
smart and quirky. I think she knows what
You
she's
think
doing.
you don't
And-
think she did it?
I do think she did it. She's
Okay.
smart and quirky.
I think all right. You know what? I
So
don't
it's
think
both.
she did it.
Yeah.
I don't think she did it. I think her cheating ass husband was out of town and he caught like syphilis and died. That's what I
fucking
think.
South
In a
America
different
somewhere?
in a different
That's
country.
it, huh? They just then he's gone, huh? They didn't find him in the other country, huh? No one found him. Just he died on the ocean.
Look, man, there's tigers out there too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's just fake.
And also she's going on a reality TV show after this, right? So if she
she
did
would
it,
definitely be low profile. Like she would. You're right. I agree. Like,
I actually
if
would
she
double.
killed
Hold
him-
on, I would double
or
down. I would
I
double
was-
down. Be like, yo, I'm so confident, you know, in what I'm saying and who I am. I'm gonna live my life.
I kind
like
of agree.
6'9".
People who are purely egotistical and murder people, they're like, oh, I'm so smart. I'm gonna go on this fucking reality TV show and I'm
Yeah.
still gonna get away.
It
with
benefits her,
Serial killers
Y'all
or
are wild.
murderers have that mindset. 100%.
dude. Watch Ted Bundy.
The
I
documentary,
know
not the
about
movie.
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, actually, I don't know why I said that. I just
Watch the not
I
the
haven't
movie.
seen it now.
Bundy's a whole different animal.
Not-
Why
he
did I
was
say
killing
that?
people.
Yeah.
She possibly killed a
Actually,
person
one
and then
husband.
gave it to tigers.
we tracked
He could have
every-
tried to feed the tiger
Yeah.
and fell. Tiger just caught him slipping, and then she didn't want to.
There is a difference between Carole Baskin and Ted Bundy.
don't watch Ted Bundy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, no, watch Cobra Kai instead. Okay.
Got
No,
it.
watch Ted Bundy tapes. That's a dope documentary.
I thought I saw that. Didn't
Not the
fucking
one with Zac
Efron-
Efron. Not the one with Zac Efron. Don't
Okay.
watch that one. That's a terrible movie.
Got it.
But there's a documentary that's real.
Uh-huh.
That's really good. Watch
Got
that.
it.
Netflix.
All right.
Just saying.
Last but not least, man, I'm glad we're talking about this. Joe Budden, Charlamagne, the God, this whole beef going on. So basically,
You mean Leonard?
Leonard, what's his last name?
I don't know,
Okay.
but I'm not calling him Charlamagne. the
Okay.
God.
Call him
I'm
Leonard.
not calling him the God at least.
Whatever. Anyway,
That's weird.
So
That's a full-
Joe
that's a-
Budden,
that's a loaded
Joe Budden
nickname.
goes on, and it's a big thing, man. It's much bigger than them two. It's a good conversation. That's why we want to talk about it. Joe Budden basically went in on his podcast, saying that they're out of their Spotify deal. They have like 5 or 6 more episodes done, and then once their contract's done, they're leaving because they're saying that Spotify essentially ripped them off. That's essentially what he's saying.
Right.
Are not making good on their deal, and they deserve more. Right?
You don't know the numbers involved, right?
Yeah. I'm not paying. Yeah, I'm not the numbers guy. Sorry.
Like how much are they getting ripped? Because like Spotify is spending a lot of money to have Spotify exclusive podcasts.
Before we get-
there's a lot of them that's jumping.
I know their
Spotify.
retention rate, guys. It is amazing. Like right now, our retention rate it's like maybe 6 minutes, maybe 6 seconds. I don't know, but his retention rate, bro, it's like well over 2+ hours.
Who?
Joe Budden's podcast. He was.
like
I remember
watching.
right.
Got it.
But the crux of the whole thing is they made a deal. They're on a contract now. He's complaining about it, dude. When you make a deal, when you sign contracts, it's your job. It's not the company organization's job to babysit you and make sure that every nuance of the deal is taken care of and you're happy with it. You look at the deal, you have your lawyers look at it, and that's that. So I don't know why to me, like, he obviously he's incredible at what he does, but when it comes to like contracts and deals, I feel like because he's so loud, his bravado is so big, it tends to people pay more attention to it. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm talking about volume. Just the way he speaks. you know, and I feel like, you know, and they're ripping me off and blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you signed a contract. It's really like, I don't even know why we're talking about it or why they talked about it for 2 hours. You signed a deal. You're not happy with it. So just leave. And that's what they're going to do. Done.
Do you think part of it is like blowing it up to make it content?
That's great that you brought it up. I think so. Yeah, because we're talking
like
about it.
It could, like, on paper, it's like, oh, I don't like content. We're just gonna leave. It's no big deal. But then you blow it up, make it this big thing, and make people watch you. And
This
have it be
dude
this
complained about not getting I'm paraphrasing, a Christmas bonus, a bonus, right?
Christmas bonus
right, a
from
bonus,
Spotify?
and then they got Rolexes, right? Spotify wanted to say thank you. They got Rolexes, but I don't know if he was joking or not. You can stop me. I don't know if they're fake, not fake, but they were used Rolexes. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if it's not in the deal, don't expect anything. So you should be glad getting anything. So why are we even having this conversation? And why is no one asking these questions to him? You know, he's got his little cohorts around him, and they're just like, yeah. I mean, they're not even saying a thing. Like, sorry, man. It's just like a contract's a contract. It doesn't matter if you're with Spotify or you're with any company. That's what it is. It's not a race thing, man.
Well, I mean, that's a loaded topic in itself. But, you know, what I would say is for his situation, black people are used to being pulled left and right, regardless of deals. He feels that he's worth more because he's made Spotify money.
And he probably is, Niall. No argument there. But you signed the contract.
Okay, and that's why they didn't renew it. What's the problem?
Well, the problem is he's complaining about it. He's talking ish about all of them. You know what I mean? Like, the problem is that it's not even a problem, man. We're just having a conversation, right? But he's making it out like it's their fault. It's not his fault. There's really no fault here. You signed a contract, just make do. It's kind of like, let's say for football players, they sign a contract and they're not happy with the deal, 2 years in. It's a 4-year deal. Well, you finish your 4 years, or let's say their value becomes more. Their value becomes more during that 4-year term. I mean, but you already signed the deal. You can ask for more money, but the company, the NFL doesn't, or the team doesn't have to give you more money. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, it's okay to complain about how the company you're working for is.
Yeah, it's a free country. You're right.
I mean,
it's a free country.
like,
sure.
Those companies can be shitty in places like Spotify, places like a lot of, all of them. They don't treat their employees like they should. They don't pay them like they
those
should.
Are your words. I would love to be on Spotify. We would love to be on Spotify. Anyway,
anyone from Spotify watching, go ahead, just give us a call. We'll take his deal.
I'm not gonna assume anything.
Whatever their deal
I just know
was,
how
we'll
capitalism works, and it's usually
but that's the way it is, man.
Well, I mean, you have to speak out about it to change it.
Yeah, but
you shouldn't just accept getting banged in the ass.
He's not getting banged in the ass.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
That's why he got off the shit.
Right, but that's his choice. That's what I'm saying.
Because he's getting banged in the ass.
Justo, do you want to be impartial here and like voice something here?
I'm going to try my best.
What do you mean? This is just very black and white to me.
I totally get what you're saying, because there's a contract very specific. You know exactly what you're getting when you
sign a radio contract, because we're both in FM, right? You signed a radio contract. It's just, okay, you signed a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not going to name the company. You signed a 3-year deal. Year 1, you get this. Year 2, you get this. Year 3, you get this. There's a bonus plan. Everything's set in place. Let's say your day part. Let's say you do afternoons. Anything. Let's say you supersede the whole station. It's called outperforming the radio station.
Right.
Okay? Outperforming means your ratings are higher than any day part in the station or the whole station collectively. Right? You don't get more than what's in the contract.
Period. Yeah. Until you renew it.
I would understand.
And then when it's
after the 3-year deal,
you negotiate.
What? No, not during the 3-year deal.
No, after. Yeah, when the contract ends, you're like, hey, here's my numbers. I exceeded all expectations. I want more of this, more of this, more of this, less of that.
Right, and they offered,
and that's
less
what they
than that
did
because they offered less. That's why he didn't sign.
They have a choice to, just like they have a choice.
Of course, that's like, yeah,
right. Okay.
I get that.
I think a lot of it is just the way he talks about things is so intense.
That's the way it is,
dramatic
yeah.
and like hardcore.
I would understand if he was complaining during the process, but he started talking about Spotify after it ended.
Yeah, well, it hasn't ended yet. It hasn't ended yet. It's
ending
another month.
But it's ending.
There's a finish line.
Right. He hasn't renewed it.
Right.
So I mean, that makes sense. I would understand. So I'm just saying he's talking about, why are you in a Spotify deal? He's talking about the issues he had with Spotify.
I'm letting you know right now, his manager is the same guy that Eminem works with. So I mean, bro. Hey, I don't know what to say to you, man. I mean, that's his job. That's why you pay this dude.
And
you know what I'm saying?
There's probably also he probably has another deal lined up somewhere else.
He does.
That's going to be, I don't know with what.
That will pay him what he's worth. I mean, yeah, he's incredible what he does. What was Charlamagne saying?
Well, Charlamagne was saying similar to what you're saying.
Spotify spent all their money on Joe Rogan.
Right. A lot of people say that. Right.
He says, it sounds to me like Joe Budden is a person who knows his worth but doesn't know how to properly negotiate it. Because if you keep doing deals with various corporations and you keep getting trash-ass deals, that's on you, he said. Like things like vacation days, bonuses, all that has to be negotiated in your contract from the beginning.
And
so
I'm not going to say I'm not even going to go 100% in agreement with Charlamagne. I'm not going to say it was a trash-ass deal. But essentially, yeah, I mean, you have to know what you're signing.
Right, but the thing is that what I was referencing when I'm talking about the Joe Budden is that Charlamagne, people that are working for these radio stations, they're employees. They don't own anything.
Fact.
They're employees. So that's how they think. When you are someone like Joe Budden who has his own entity, has his own
entrepreneur.
He has his own business, his own LLC, I'm sure all that. He can say what he needs to say, and
right.
Charlamagne trying to give advice to that is like, you have no say so because you don't have your own thing, so you are always going to be.
So he doesn't have a right to give his opinion or give some advice. No, like no one has the right.
It's
to
almost
anything?
like talking about like you're not like you aren't an expert at it. You don't know what you're talking about, so it's not like you don't have the right to. But like he's talking about Charlamagne, you need to stay in your place. You're an employee. I am not an employee. I am someone who can move my entity around.
Right.
Fact.
Exactly.
But you're right. You're absolutely. He's an entrepreneur, and you're right. He built his brand on his own. He's not writing off. I don't want to say the coattails, but like all of us that work for corporations, you're absolutely right. I work for the corporation. I get it. But my question is this: does Joe Budden? So Spotify is an organization, right? Are they a business or? So does Joe Budden? Was he or is he working for them?
I don't think having a contract.
Hold on. Is he working for them?
I would assume it'd be a partnership, if anything. Not
is
an
he
employee.
working for them?
No, they're working for him, if anything.
I agree. If you have someone, especially someone who has their own thing going on, the contract is you do your thing exclusively through us, and we get a cut. That's the deal.
We don't know the logistics of the
thing.
deal, but they are paying him X amount of dollars for the podcast, right? So at the end of the day, is he working for him?
No, because that's just like saying the Travis Scott deal. Is Travis Scott working for McDonald's? No, he's not. It's a partnership to benefit off of each other. Spotify is benefiting off of Joe Budden and his brand, his wholeness, whatever. And they're getting people like me to listen to them on Spotify. People that maybe listen to iTunes, they're going to go on Spotify.
Let me ask you this.
And then Joe Budden will get people from Spotify on his shit.
Great. So do you think Spotify paid for that though? They understand that. This is not.
It's an exchange. It's not
an exchange?
It's not him working for Spotify. He didn't work for Spotify.
So let's say if I told you Charlamagne has a deal with the company he works for digital assets. Don't ask me the specifics because I'm not on that level at all. Where they get a certain amount of analytically speaking, if their numbers reach a certain amount of cum or numbers, what have you, and retention rate, he gets a certain amount of money on that. What's the difference?
Charlamagne can get fired. And
it'd be very hard for him to get fired because he's huge, but I get what you're saying.
He can get fired though. That's the thing. You have the possibility of getting fired. He could say something wrong. That's why Charlamagne shouldn't say anything, because like whatever he says on camera, like it's half scripted and half, don't say this, don't say that.
Well, I'm not going to say that. You can say that. I'm not going to say that.
That's what I know. Just looking at his conversation when he talked to Joe Biden. I mean, that's an employee. That's like someone telling him, hey, you can't say this. You can't say A, B, C, or D.
So you're saying Joe Budden can say anything he wants and do anything he wants, and Spotify could not sever that deal? Like, let's say he was saying,
not without paying him
I'm going
out.
to kill someone. I'm going to kill this dude if he doesn't give me my contract. So you're saying Spotify couldn't sever the deal because
that's extremes, man.
Well, extreme.
That's not like
extreme conversations call for extreme measures.
There's difference between policies at the job and like you saying something like so heinous, we got to cut ties with you.
Because most contracts have things in there. Like if you say things about these things that go against the company's, what do they call it? Like, oh my God.
Yeah,
like their
gender, LGBT.
Yeah,
like
if they say anything too out of pocket, then they have the right to do something about it.
Right, but I'm talking about like Charlamagne like literally can't like say whatever he wants to say because he has people behind him that he works for.
Yeah.
That's what Joe Budden's talking about, is that you really don't have anything to say because you're just kind of like a tool for these people that can just get cut.
I didn't say that.
Bottom line, he's going to be
grasping this.
He's going to be fine regardless.
He's going to be fine. Yeah, I understand your side, but it's just hard for me to, because I think that he works for Spotify. I think it's a contract. It's a contractual
He doesn't work
agreement.
for Spotify.
I don't think having a contract means you work for them. It depends on how it is.
It's a contract because he was also saying that they get bonus off. There's agreements. They get bonus off certain analytics, certain metrics, right? I mean, a company is bonusing you off. They're awarding you. They're giving you something. If you hit 3.5 hours, I'm just throwing a number out there, then we will give you this. You know what I mean? Like, let's put it this way. I mean, again, this is just a conversation now, but let's say, right.
Why are you reminding me? We're talking.
Yeah, I know.
That's what a conversation
He
is.
doesn't want you to jump down.
Definition of a conversation.
I thought we were going to arm wrestle after this, but
No.
but like,
I think you guys should totally arm wrestle.
Spotify didn't have to offer those Rolexes, right? I mean, if it's a collaboration,
because they want to take care of them.
Hold on a second. Right. Perfect. So
They want to make your contractor feel like they're getting something out of it.
This is a collaboration, right? So why doesn't Joe Budden give back? Hey, you know what? I'm going to send you to Jamaica, guys. It's a collaboration, right now?
Julian,
hey, man, you help me, I help you.
Seriously?
They're making that money.
Spotify is a $1 billion corporation. Really?
And Joe Budden makes a lot of money too.
Joe Budden is a partnership. He doesn't work for Spotify.
Did I say Joe Biden or Joe Budden?
I think you said Biden.
I think it's
Joe Budden is a partnership.
Joe Biden.
He's not on the same level. Like we're comparing apples to tomatoes.
Are we talking about Joe Biden or Joe Budden?
Talking about Budden. Talking about Budden.
Okay.
Budden.
I don't know. I
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and it's a fine line between being employed, like having a contract.
Does Travis Scott work for McDonald's?
Yeah, exactly.
No, he doesn't.
He's totally gonna come
You
out.
call him a boss. You call him a CEO. I'm like, no, he's more of a salesman. If anything, Joe Budden's a salesman for Spotify.
Don't take what I mean is like he is. Damn, I cursed. Wasn't supposed to do that.
Nah, that's okay.
He was making a lot of money, like boss money. I should have probably chose my words better. What I'm saying is, damn, out of the hip hop game or just the music game, this dude is making a lot of money. That's what I mean. You don't see anyone else doing that.
Okay, we can say that's
Joe
Budden.
I don't see an Ariana burger. You know what I'm saying? But okay,
Ariana making more money than Travis for sure.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. I get what you're saying. I'm not 100% on it. I'm going to go back to what you're saying. I think that Joe Budden is having this conversation because he knows exactly what the end goal is and that we're talking about it.
Exactly.
And you said that it makes for good conversation. Yeah, dude, he's very dramatic.
I think
bro.
it could
very
be
dramatic.
deeper. I mean, yes,
he takes this and makes it this, and I think that he knows that. He knows that. He's not stupid.
I'm not saying all that, but I'm saying, I'm going to talk about Spotify because, those things get announced. Spotify Joe Budden deal ends. He's going to talk about it. He gets passionate about it. It's not like, I'm going to talk about this because I know it's going to, he's going to talk about it because people are probably already in his mention saying, hey, man, I saw this article on Complex. Like, what's up with that? He's going to already address it. And then he addressed when Charlamagne was kind of belittling the whole situation of Joe Budden, and his worth. It's not just about, you got to get better deals, So it's a deeper conversation that, Black people, we need to have our own space, own ownership, etc. And not have to worry about dealing with these corporations, these white-owned corporations that just throw you around. Because that's what Charlamagne works for.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to get into that because I know we're going to get into another 30 minutes. I'll just end it like this. He's lucky to be where he's at. Okay? I hope you can agree with me or not. He's lucky to have his platform. He worked for it. At the end of the day, he could be in a lot. There's worser situations. He's got his own platform. He's got his own followers. He makes millions and millions of dollars. So at the end of the day, dude, you're fine. You know what I mean? Just move on after your 5 episodes. You're good. And if you want to freaking Venmo some money,
keep using your voice to
keep
fight
doing
the power.
Keep doing it. But what I'm
so
saying
you can inspire people like me to not sign deals.
Yeah. Don't sign, Niall.
Thank you, Justo.
There you go.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Anyway,
reparations.
We're good, bro. Thanks for checking out the podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and any comments, we'd appreciate that. Any ideas, we appreciate that. Any guest suggestions, we appreciate that.
And if anyone has any opinions they need us to know, comment below because we don't get nearly enough comments. So tell us something below this video
Yes,
of whatever
like,
you thought
seriously,
about.
just tell us how your day
Are you
is
gonna
or something.
Are you gonna get that McDonald's Travis Scott burger?
Yep. And by the
Let
way,
us know.
Joe Budden, not Biden. If you, we know we
have a
clearly,
different,
we
message
clearly
for Joe
know that
Biden.
you want to interview us. We know that you've been fighting to call and try to get into contact with us. So just let us know. Just leave a comment. We'll finally, we'll finally get back to him.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah. we'll finally get back to you. Okay. All right, man.
Thank you.
Peace.
Later, guys.